So, what now?
I don't know. I was kind of expecting FNAF to be like my big thing.
We could do that video about Thanksgiving.
It's December.
Oh. Darn.
Wait, I have the perfect idea. Huh? It's perfect, right? Oh. So the GingerDeadMan was a series made all the way back in 2005 and stars the GingerDeadMan as he goes around killing people in a bakery and then a movie studio. And then in 1976, yeah, I know, makes sense, right? The movie was made all the way back in 2005 and ran all the way to 2011, with the last entry being Wild, but more on that later. The series was created by James Band, who also made the Evil Bong movies, which are also movies that exist. Yeah, if you can tell, this movie franchise is wild, so let's just get into it, starting with so the GingerDeadMan is about the serial killer who is put on death's row after killing this girl's dad and her brother at a diner. Before dying, though, he tells the girl that he'll be back. With that in mind, years later, after an accident involving a guy bleeding into some cookie dough that was left out by whoever this is, he's eventually turned into the GingerDeadMan. What? You think that sounds great? No, you don't? Well, yeah, it's not very great. The movie mostly takes place in this old bakery that's supposed to be shut down because of reasons. And it's basically just a bunch of moving back and forth that leads to practically nothing. The GingerDeadMan, you know, the guy that's part of the movie, isn't hardly even in the movie. I mean, he's there, I guess, and hey, he gets a couple of kills in there. They're pretty lame, but I mean, like, he gets some kills in there, and he is a guy with a sense of humor.
Well, it sure ain't the Pillsbury dope boy.
I said a sense of humor, not a funny sense of humor.
Well, it ain't Barney the Purple Dinosaur.
The characters aren't really anything to write home about either. You got this girl and her big strong boyfriend trying to get the place torn down. This country guy trying to do the exact same thing. The alcoholic grandmother, which is bonkers, I guess. And then the main character, who's the movie's supposed to be focused on. Oh yeah, and this guy, who's the best character in the movie. The GingerDeadMan barely even interacts with the main character, who, you know, is supposed to be the whole reason he's alive in this movie. So we basically just waste 70 minutes to get like 2 minutes of closure. 70 minutes. Wow. I feel like I've lost years off my life. Overall, the GingerDeadMan is just kind of a boring slasher with some of the worst acting I've ever seen in my entire life, and some of the lamest deaths imaginable. I didn't even mention the awful camera quality, but you can tell it's there. Overall, 3 out of 10. This guy's death was tragic, by the way. Now on to the next one. Oh boy.
Great work, everybody!
We're fading away, Calvin. All right, we need something big.
Better order up that third meal.
I got something better than a third meal, Scott.
This movie might be the worst thing I have ever seen in my entire life. Okay, so GingerDeadMan 2, Bakery of Blood, or also called Passion of the Crust, which is weird they have 2 names, but I digress, is a movie not even tying into the first one. Like, there's a flashback of the first one, but other than that, it's basically just non-existent. Instead, it takes place in this movie studio, which doesn't really make sense with the name Bakery of Blood, but it does make sense for Passion of the Crust, I guess. But yeah, it's still pretty awful. Basically, the movie is about this guy who owns a movie studio that his parents used to own, and it's going under. With that going on, he shows this lady around with this little guy who is a fan of the older work. He then later turns out to be a bad guy who had this whole plan of getting rid of him and her now because she exists.
And ruined his father's movie studio. That was him. Kill him if you want, but please let me go.
And all this time I thought we were bonding.
Also, he can stop this guy from ruining these old franchises he loves. Oh yeah, and the GingerDeadMan's here too, I guess. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, somehow the GingerDeadMan is back, and it's never really explained, but he sure is here with probably the worst plot I've ever seen. Basically, he's trying to transfer his soul into a human body so he can become all-powerful or something. So that caused him to kill crew members, which consist of this one as well, and this guy's hand.
Come here, baby. That's it. That's it. Oh, arch your back. Arch your back. Hold still. You want to touch? Oh, you. Oh, I'm gonna pull your hair. You want?
Yeah, this movie's weirdly sexual for some reason. I don't know. Overall, yeah, this is absolutely terrible. While the first one was kind of nothing, this one is complete garbage. I mean, the ending was kind of cool though, I guess. Basically, there's this guy who was a famous movie star or something, and at the end he kills the Ginger Dead Man. And also these things that came to life after the Ginger Dead Man casted the spell. So yeah, they kill him and throw him into the trash, only for this guy to eat him and get possessed by the Ginger Dead Man. Ooh. Yeah, this is awful. 2 out of 10. Okay. One more, come on. It can't be worse than this one, right?
Well, what have we here? Why don't you come on over here and nibble on it for me?
This movie is the most insane thing I have ever seen in my entire life. Okay, buckle up. This is a wild one. So, Ginger Dead Man, Roller Boogie, or Saturday Night Cleaver, it has 2 names again, I don't know why, is about the Ginger Dead Man, who has a completely different voice for some reason, and is also the Ginger Dead Man, so I guess the possession at the ending of the second one didn't really matter. He's locked in this facility where this girl wants to try and redeem him, which backfires, because then these guys and gals break in and try to break out all these other foods, including the Ginger Dead Man, which it goes how you would expect. He then proceeds to break out and get a hold of this time thingy, and he uses it to go back into the past. You got all that? Okay, good. He then gets stuck in the 70s and just decides to go on murdering. You know, typical Ginger Dead Man stuff. These kids also get a hold of it and start to time travel. They'll be very important at the end, trust me. While that's going on, there's a skating rink that's having its last night because this woman can't afford it. It is then revealed that this woman actually can afford it, but she's doing it mainly because she hates skating, and it's because, and I can't believe I'm saying this, she was skating on the day of Pearl Harbor and blames herself for it happening. And that's the reason she hates skating. That sounds stupid. No, wait. There's more. This hatred for skating caused her to not let her niece Cherry skate. This woman also possesses telekinesis, by the way. I don't know, check the wiki. She's then inspired by this guy to skate, and she does. Oh yeah, also the Ginger Dead Man's killing people, by the way. It's not really important. These two have a scuffle. She sees the error of her ways, and she lets her perform this competition that they're having for the last night. She wins the competition, and these guys, who were jealous, try to pour this liquid on her. They miss and hit this girl, and the Ginger Dead Man, who was the mastermind the entire time, comes down and kills this girl. He goes on a killing spree, and when all hope seems lost, these kids, yeah, I told you the important, come back with people from the past, and they bring Adolf Hitler and Jeffrey Epstein. Oh yeah, and these two, I don't know who they are. Who come and beat the Ginger Dead Man, sealing him in a cookie jar, killing him for good. Then they have a happy ending because these two went back in time and stopped the Ginger Dead Man from ever breaking out. With this, everyone goes back to their respective times, even Adolf Hitler. And this woman goes back to Pearl Harbor to stop herself from skating. Yeah, I don't think skating was the problem here. And I guess they just live happily ever after, I guess. First off, no, this isn't a good movie. It's still pretty garbage. But that ending alone saved it from being a 2 out of 10 to a 4 out of 10, which isn't much, but it still was interesting. That was like absolutely insane. I'm absolutely baffled, but okay. So that was the Ginger Dead Man. Not necessarily something I'd recommend to someone, but overall it was okay, I guess. 3 out of 10. I don't know how to end this. I will say it's pretty good though.